Hey there, welcome back to another video. My name's Maria and I'd like to first start off by saying thank you for deciding to spend a little bit of your day with me. If you're new here, I'd love it if you consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. Now let's get into it. So you can probably tell by the title, but today's video is a what's in my bag featuring my Louis Vuitton Palm Springs mini backpack. So I chose this bag specifically because I've used it quite a bit this past year. When the pandemic first came about, there was a lot of uncertainty over the spread of the virus, and a lot of people talked about the virus's ability to spread on surfaces. So when I would go to the supermarket or go out in a public space, I was very mindful of that, and that affected my bag choice. And the thing that I love about this bag is it's wipeable. The canvas, of course, is easy to sanitize, which is the world that we live in now, and the straps and the actual leather pieces of the bag are treated. So as opposed to the vachetta leather found on a ton of the Louis Vuitton bags, that leather is extremely sensitive to anything wet, so raindrops and watermarks will actually show as the patina begins to develop. This bag doesn't have that, and it's something that I really enjoy about this line, because this leather is much easier and more comfortable to wear than the damier bean print that Louis Vuitton also offers. I'd like to start with the obvious thing. I have a mask. So something that I had started to do throughout quarantine was utilize a hair clip, I don't know if you can see that, on the outside of my bag. So I know a lot of people keep the masks inside their bags or in, in their cars or things like that. If you wear a mask in a public place, and essentially if you came into contact with somebody that had the virus, this would be the exposed part. If you then took that and put it in your bag with all your other belongings, those would essentially be contaminated. So I really enjoy utilizing a hair clip, and it goes on any bag that you have, whether it's a tote, whether it's a crossbody. I do this on any bag that I carry, and I've really been enjoying it. So for the purposes of today's video, I'll just go ahead and take it out. And it's very simple to just take the mask and put it to the side, wear it, put it back on. You don't have to go searching for it. You don't have to worry about dropping it. So now we can go ahead and get into what's actually inside the bag. You'll see that the bag has a front zipper pocket. It's actually very difficult to get into on the smallest size. I do think that the PM size or the MM size, it would be a bit more practical to actually put things in here. I have utilized this pocket, and when I did, I would probably only put things like a lipstick, chapstick, anything like that, because not much else will fit in there. I have the older version, so the newer version has an exposed zipper. Mine is the older version, as you can see here. I know a lot of people had issues with the zipper, but I don't, and I'm very happy with mine. So it opens like so, and then you can see inside there's a bunch of things. So let's get into it. The first thing that I have is my 6-ring key holder. I spoke about this in my last video. It is one of my top 5 luxury recommendations to start or add to your collection, and this goes with me everywhere. The next thing that I have is my card holder. This is a YSL card holder that I really love. It has a zipper pocket. You can put cash inside, or coins, or even extra cards if you needed to. It does zip. And then it has 6 card slots, like so, and you can actually fit quite a few more. I actually have 3 cards in the first slot. I know a lot of people have a love-hate with card holders. I find that as I've been carrying smaller bags, they're very useful to me. This one is not as popular as the other version that you see often. I'll pop a picture on the screen for reference. I do have one as well. That one was a gift from my wonderful friend. Hi, if you're watching. I love to utilize one of the two. I find myself gravitating away towards wallets and much more towards card holders. I actually typically use that one in the winter and the fall because it's a darker color, and then I utilize this one in the spring and summer because it's that pop of color. I happen to be carrying it now because yellow brings happiness, and I think that we could use all the happiness we could get. The next item that I have, this is the Hermes coin purse. I absolutely recommend this to anyone as well. It's very, very functional. What I like is I don't have to search for the change. It's almost like a board. So all the coins kind of flow out in front of you and you can choose what you need. So say I needed 26 cents. I see this is the quarter and this is the penny and I'm good to go. Slide the rest in, boom, on my way. It saves a ton of time, a ton of searching for the right amounts, and it's very, very compact, useful, fits in everything. So I highly, highly recommend this. The next item is a pack of gum. I like chewing gum. I know it's not for everybody. I do think a lot of people have found themselves starting to chew gum if they're going to be wearing a mask for a long period of time, just because it helps keep things fresh. Next, I just have some extra cash. You never know, and cash is king. Then I have a little pack of tissues. I always carry tissues everywhere with me because especially now I find that when my mask is on and covering my nose, it almost makes me have to blow my nose more often. I don't know if it's maybe just an itchy thing and then my nose starts to run. So I always have these because it's the worst feeling when you feel like you need to blow your nose or something and you don't have anything. Next, I have a packet of Tums. I take these with me absolutely everywhere just because you never know when you're not gonna feel well or maybe someone around you isn't going to feel well. So I love to keep these just in case for me or for anyone I'm around. The next thing I have is, of course, hand sanitizer. This one is actually, I don't know what brand this is, but it's sugared lemon scented and it smells absolutely wonderful and it doesn't dry your hands out. Speaking of, the one thing that I also carry with me at all times but isn't in my bag because I ran out is lotion. So I am a big, big fan of having two things at all times, and I'll get into the other one. But the other thing is hand lotion, and I actually don't have it in my bag right now because I ran out. But every time I wash my hands or I apply hand sanitizer, my hands tend to feel dry, especially now that we're in the winter months. So hand lotion is a must for me to keep everything feeling hydrated. The next thing I have is, that's a receipt. This is a little, I won't show it to you because it'll probably reflect, but this is an old Sephora gift card holder and it actually has a compact mirror inside. I don't utilize mirrors very often. I'd rather just use the front of my phone, but it is a nice to have, especially if you wear glasses or contacts like me. Sometimes if you have something going on with the contact in your eye, it's nice to have a handheld mirror to see what's going on. And then let's see, next I just have a little packet of antibacterial wipes. These are good for your phone, you know, when you're touching, or anything else, maybe even for your hands if you are going out to eat, anything like that. The next thing I have are my AirPods. I really enjoy bringing these with me anywhere I go in case I want to listen to music or, you know, have a phone call. And I have another hair clip just in case the other one isn't enough. And then I have this. This is something I highly, highly, highly recommend to anybody. This is the Kiehl's Love Oil for Lips, and it's a glow infusing lip treatment. This is absolutely wonderful. I am a huge, huge fan of anything that is moisturizing to my body, to my lips, to my hair, anything. And I utilize moisturizing products all the time. I don't wear lipstick very often because there's no point. And when I do, I find that a lot of the times it dries my lips out. What I love about this glow oil is that it's almost like a gloss, but it's not sticky in the way a gloss typically is, and it is incredibly moisturizing. I just happened upon this at the checkout line when I was purchasing another product, and I cannot recommend it enough. And it gives just a slight color, so it's almost a no makeup look. Great product. And the last item, I should say second to last item, is just a feminine product. Never know when you or a girl in need will need one. And then, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there's actually a back pocket here. What I normally do is I'll keep that in there, and then my tried and true favorite thing to carry with me is a Carmex. I adore Carmex. I utilize Carmex all the time. I go through a ton of them. It's actually a running joke among my family and friends that I'm like a Carmex factory. I have one in my car, I have one by my workstation, I have one in my room, I have one by, you know, in my boyfriend's house, I have one in my bag. I have to have it at all times. I hate when my lips feel dry or non-moisturized. So this is a must for me, and I like to keep those in the back pocket because I just know where they are all the time. So overall, that's everything that's in my bag. I don't carry as much as I probably would on a normal day if I were going out and about. So I'd love to know some of the best things that you keep in your bag. I find them so interesting. If the Louis Vuitton Palm Springs mini backpack is something that's been on your list and you're curious to hear more about it or know my thoughts in further detail, please feel free to let me know down below. So that's it for today's video. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.